things have been heavy.
Media editors are now accusing the National Assembly and the Executive of shortchanging them in the amendments made to the Kenya Information and Communications Bill 2013, saying it does not reflect what they had agreed upon in various consultations with the Executive and the National Assembly. The Editors Guild wants President Kenyatta not to assent to the bill, saying the provisions within the proposed law amounts to dictatorship and autocracy and that it will respond with drastic measures.
We are moving to court. That is one option. The other option, which is still under discussions between several media stakeholders, includes protests, which we did in 2007 when there were similar attempts to gag the media.
Yesterday, MPs endorsed amendments by the Energy Information and Communication Committee, chaired by Kigumo MP Jamlek Kamau, to establish a politically appointed tribunal to handle grievances against the media, and with excessive powers that include imposing fines of up to 1 million shillings for a journalist and or 20 million shillings for a media house. The tribunal can also deregister journalists and freeze their accounts or dispose their property if they fail to pay the hefty fines. Worse yet, the members of the tribunal will be appointed by the Information Cabinet Secretary, while the chair will be appointed by the Judicial Service Commission.
They'll take flimsy things to the tribunal to hurt any journalist who they think might have dug into the skeletons that they have in the cupboard.
Over 100 small radio community stations and vernacular stations cannot survive the punitive penalties spelled out in this law.
Even under the Moi regime, never before had we seen anybody suggesting in law that a journalist ought to pay 1 million.
Information Cabinet Secretary Dr Fred Matiang'i says he is yet to see what changes were made from the draft bill that had input from all stakeholders, but promises to initiate talks on the matter.
Let us not panic. Freedom of the press is not under attack in Kenya. There is room for dialogue.
What Parliament does between the time we give them the bill and when they enact it, we don't know until they give us the Hansard.
We must only engage in consultations with the clause that what we agree on is what is sent to the floor of the House.
Leaders across the country have condemned the MP's move.
Na aibu kubwa kurudisha sisi kule kwenye giza pale ambayo tulitoka na tutakataa.
Wanataka kurudisha nchi hii miaka sijui karne ngapi nyuma.
I want to encourage the leader of majority, Honorable Duale, not to use the numbers that he has to terrorize everybody.
Well, pending talks promised by the Information Minister on initiating negotiations, the other hopes that the media industry has lie with the President, before whom the bill has been presented for signing into law or the courts. Hussein Mohamed, Citizen Weekend.